Hey guys, welcome back. So in previous video I talked about what is machine learning in brief. In this video I'll be talking about what is supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is a type of machine learning where an algorithm learns from its labeled training data to make decisions or prediction. Now this supervised learning has been divided into two parts, classification and the regression. I will explain you everything with examples so it will be very clear and you can know what are its application of it. Classification talks about the categorical data. Here you see that we have the information of the student IQ and CGPA, and then we are talking about the student will be placed or not placed. So whenever the new student comes in, depending on that label training data, we can decide the student will be placed or not placed. Now let's talk about the regression. As you see that this is a house, depending on the number of bedrooms, what are the locality of it, we can predict what can be the price of it. Okay, so this is talks about some kind of a number data, and in the classification you have seen that it talks about the categorical data. Now let's understand about the unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning talks about finding the structure in a data or certain kind of a patterns in a data without any labeled responses like we do in the supervised learning. There are different types of unsupervised learning: clustering, dimensionality reduction, anomaly detection, and associate rule mining. Let's cover one by one. Clustering. So just consider a scenario that you have the data of the customer, you have their age, you have their income ranges. So depending on that, you can group them into a certain kind of a clusters, and you can find out your target customer and you can increase your purchases. This is basically used in a lot of real world example. The next one is dimensionality reduction. As you see that a Netflix recommends movie to you, it has a lot of data. It has a title, it has a genre, it has a director name, it has a ratings, it has a user preference, and what you have watched in a past. So how it can recommend movie to you depending on the lot of data. So the complexity will be very high. So just by using the user preferences and what is the past history of the consumer, they recommend movie to you. Hence they have reduced the dimension and given the output. Now let's talk about the anomaly detection. As you say, this is a chihuahua, which is anomaly in the dogs. So you can say that no offense to chihuahua. So you can say whenever there is a certain kind of a pattern is being followed, and there is a spike you see, or there is a which is a non-abnormal activity you see, then you say that it is an anomaly detection. It is being used in a lot of application, like in cancer detection. It is being used in genome sequencing. It is also used in a fraudulent activities in a bank, so it is very useful. Then the last one is associate rule mining, where you find the association between two entities. So there has been a study in the Walmart when they were seeing that whenever the consumer is buying the beer, they're also buying the diaper. Hence they found out the strong association and put those two products side by side, which helped them to increase their sales. It can be used in a lot of applications. So one example I can talk about, whenever the consumer buys a milk, there is a 80% chances they're also buying the eggs. So hence they are finding the strong association between two products, and the consumer can consumer can buy a lot of things together which can help in increasing the sales. So in this video I covered all the things with the examples. In the next video I will be talking about what is the semi-supervised learning and reinforcement learning with example. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.